There may be only a 1 in a billion chance that we live in the real world. This is the year 2016. This opinion was expressed by Elon Musk, who believes that we might just be a computer program in a super advanced computer. Such crazy arguments sound like fairy tales, but if extended over a period of 10,000 years, you will gradually be unable to distinguish between virtual games and the real world, because over such a long period, computer technology will explode in development. In other words, on the scale of the universe, we could also just be a computer game created by an advanced civilization 10 billion years ago. In 2003, philosopher Nick Bostrom of Oxford University published an essay on the simulation hypothesis in a philosophy journal. He argued that with the advancement of computer technology, we would be able to use computers to simulate the real world, even a larger universe, and thus, we are very likely living in a simulated world. Why do Musk and Bostrom both believe in the simulation hypothesis? If humans had very advanced computer technology and had created advanced artificial intelligence, then we might try to simulate our own world. Such a simulation would need to achieve two key elements. First, we need to reconstruct the physical laws of the real world in the simulation game. Second, we need to create people with consciousness similar to humans, using the same physical laws, containing a program, and programming virtual reality with the current level of human technology. This is basically achievable, but it is more difficult to provide consciousness to the inhabitants of the simulated world. If we can use advanced technology so that virtual reality inhabitants also have a level of consciousness like humans, then the simulation would be halfway successful. However, the virtual reality inhabitants would not know they are living in a computer game. After a long period of progress, they might eventually use the ultimate computer technology in their world to create a second layer of virtual reality. Similarly, life in the second-level virtual civilization might also create their own virtual reality. The number of virtual reality layers can increase infinitely, with each virtual reality layer having its own physical laws. The inhabitants also have their own consciousness. For the inhabitants of the lower virtual reality layer, the computer game of the upper layer is their real world. Although we currently do not have the computer technology to replicate human consciousness, who can guarantee that in a few thousand years, we will not be able to do this? Therefore, on the scale of the universe, we might also be living in a virtual reality. Some phenomena in life precisely reflect this. First of all, the speed of light in the universe is about 300,000 kilometers per second. Suppose you are flying at the speed of light, then pointing a flashlight forward and turning it on. Would the speed of the flashlight's light be 600,000 kilometers per second from an outside perspective? However, theoretical law does not allow this situation to occur. The light emitted from the flashlight is still 300,000 kilometers per second. Scientists cannot understand this phenomenon. If our universe is a virtual reality, everything can be reasonably explained. When the operating speed of virtual reality exceeds the speed of light, the load on this super advanced computer would increase. Therefore, the universe's programmers have set a speed limit in this super advanced computer. No object can exceed the speed of light. This will not affect the computer's operation too much. Next, mentioned in Einstein's theory of relativity, if an object can fly at the speed of light, its time will slow down. Why does time slow down? Because in this super advanced computer of the universe, if all objects move at the speed of light, it will exceed its processing capacity, and the computer's operating speed will slow down more and more. Additionally, in the micro-world of quantum, when we do not observe, particles are in an indeterminate state. When we observe them, the state of the particles becomes definite. Why does this phenomenon occur? It could also be that the universe's super advanced computer saves resources and reduces load operation. Any object not observed will not be displayed, only processing the information we observe. A coincidence is that modern video games operate this way, displaying only the images the user sees. Finally, most importantly, the universe was created before the Big Bang. There was just an extremely dense singularity. If our universe is just a computer game in a super advanced computer, before the game starts, nothing exists. When the game starts, everything appears along with it, matter, time, and space, similar to the game's map and items. As mentioned in my previous video, no matter how hard a civilization tries, it will never surpass the civilization that created it. This is because the characters in the game will never escape the game world to interact with the developers who wrote the program. Therefore, some people infer that the universe is just a super advanced computer, and our world is just a code running in this super advanced computer. So who wrote this program? Who is the super advanced developer? Perhaps only when human technology is powerful enough to create our own virtual reality, can we see the truth of the universe, possibly around the year 2045. Thus, learning programming not only can change the world but might even create a universe, at least a parallel universe.